Shalom! It's been so long! How is everyone? Well, I ask that once again, and of course you can't reply, but feel free to reply in the comments or in a message. And yes, I have a cough drop in my mouth. That would be my prayer requests. I seem to be catching a cold. I'm pretty sure I've gotten it from my little brother, who also caught a cold from a little friend. So it's just kind of gone down the line, and I'm really hoping and praying that my parents do not get it as well. But taking medicine for it, so because it's just at the beginning, so hopefully, just the sore throat and all. I hope that I can kill the cold, kill the sickness with vitamins and all that good stuff. Anyhow, yes, that reminds me, I mentioned comments and messages. Any messages, comments you have sent that I have overlooked, or haven't replied to, or haven't even seen, I want to let you know that it has been, well, that's not anything new, right? I've been busy. But, if you have sent something and I haven't replied, it might just be that I haven't even seen it yet. So I'm sorry for that. I think it seems to me that if you send a message like directly from like a YouTube message, it might be easier for me to get to it, just because one of the things I've also noticed is that on YouTube the comments don't always come up. The comments are there, but it doesn't always show up that I have a new comment. So yeah, so if you want to send a message, any questions or anything, as you know, we are coming into the high holidays. We just had Tish B'Av not long ago. I didn't talk about that, sadly, and I should have. I guess that was when I was at the Sephardic conference, and we have this is going to be Tishri. We're going to celebrate Yom Teruah. You probably remember, if you've been a subscriber long enough, that I had talked about how biblically it's called Yom Teruah, day of the trumpet or shofar blast, and but it's also called Rosh Hashanah, head of the year, but biblically Yom Teruah. But it's the same holiday in terms of people celebrating it. Of course, many people view it as the beginning of the year. That's not exactly correct, though. It's not the beginning of the year. But we can. There's just a lot to talk about that. There's so much to talk about, to share about all that good stuff. And I'm always trying to make these videos not very long, and they end up being long anyhow. So, but I haven't made a video for a while. So, yeah. What I did want to say was, I wanted to share a little bit about what I shared today in the service. It was from the portion. If I read from Deuteronomy, Devarim. I have my Bible over there. It's Hebrew English, but right at the moment I have my complete Jewish Bible. I think you can see it. Yeah. So I'm going to read to you what I cantored the service. I'm going to read to you and just share a little bit of what I shared today. I cantored Sephardi style today. Usually when I cantor, it's kind of a mixture of Ashkenazi and Sephardic, but today I just went out all Sephardic. Yep. Okay. So Deuteronomy, Devarim, chapter 17, capítulo 17. Go on Spanish too. Deuteronomy, starting in verse 14. Oh, and this is in Shoftim, Judges. When you have entered the land Adonai your God is giving you, have taken possession of it, and are living there, you may say, I want a king over me, like all the other nations around me. In that event, you must appoint as king the one whom Adonai your God will choose. He must be one of your kinsmen. This king you appoint over you, you are forbidden to appoint a foreigner over you who is not your kinsman. However, he is not to acquire many horses for himself, or have the people return to Egypt to obtain more horses. Inasmuch as Adonai told you where you never to go back that way again. Oh, and I told you never to go back that way again. Okay. Whew. Little mix up there in how it's said. Likewise, he is not to acquire many wives for himself, so that his heart will not turn away, and he is not to acquire excessive quantities of silver and gold. When he has come to occupy the throne of his kingdom, he is to write a copy of this Torah for himself in a scroll, from the one the Kohanim and the Leviim use. Kohanim, priests, Leviim, the Levites. That's a fun thing about this Bible with the mixture of the Hebrew in there. It is to remain with him, and he is to read it in it every day, as long as he lives, so that he will learn to fear Adonai his God, and keep all the words of this Torah, this instruction, not law, this instruction, and these, well, here we go, it says that these laws, but at least that's the way it's translated. Okay, so but first this is the words of this Torah and these laws, and obey them, so that he will not think he is better than his kinsmen, and so that he will not turn aside either to the right or to the left from Adonai's mitzvot, commandments. In this way he will prolong his own reign and that of his children in Israel. So, I can't read this from the Torah in Hebrew, so I'm not doing it in Hebrew right now. I don't know if maybe you wanted to hear it in Hebrew, I'm not sure, but we could look at the wording too for that in the Hebrew. But what I wanted to share was, well, first of all, of course, this really speaks to me because it talks about the horses, not to have too many horses. And I just, oh, I didn't tell you guys about that. I didn't tell you. I should tell you. I don't want to get off track here, but it talks about the horses. The horse that you saw in the video, not my first horse, not Al-Shab, the newer one, the one that was very high-spirited. I had to find a good home for him. He needed a horse trainer. I have experience with horses for some years now, but I'm not a professional horse trainer by any means. Although I did accomplish getting him over some of his fears, so I'm thankful for that, Baruch Hashem. But I was not the right person for him, and he's now happily with a new owner who is a horse trainer, and she takes good care of him. And in a very short period of time, I was so blessed to find a horse, also an Arabian horse, that better suits me. So I have a horse again. I'm hoping to make a video of him later on. Beautiful, sweet horse. Was a rescue horse as well. So he's got kind of a mysterious story. Arabian horses are often found in rescues because a lot of people don't understand them. They think they're crazy. But just because they're very curious and like to breathe heavy out, doesn't mean they're crazy. Although the way I see it is that in every horse breed there's some crazy horses. It's not just it's not just that Arabians or thoroughbreds are crazy. You just never know. Every horse is different. So I have my first horse, the 30-year-old Arabian, Al-Shab, and then I have this new one, who's he's an older Arabian, but not old. He's in his teens, and yeah, I just had to share that. I'm pretty excited. I don't have a name for him quite yet. Thinking of a name. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, it's important to me. It says not to have too many horses here. the king is not to have too many horses, because he says you know, not to become proud in his heart. Horses being a sign of wealth, especially in biblical ancient times. Yeah. But the thing is that he goes on to say, you know, about the Torah, how he's to fear the Lord and to have this Torah written, to read it every day, so he's not to turn either to the right or to the left. And what I was talking about, shared today, was when I read that, I was like, right or the left? You're right, you're left. So how we become proud is, and boy, this really speaks to my heart. How we become proud is we think we can accomplish things on our own strength. I mean, that's just human nature. With our right, with our left, with our human strength. And Hashem is saying, you know, I'm the source of all that happens. And if you keep my Torah, obey me, it's like you are acknowledging every time you carry out, observe the Torah, you are acknowledging that Hashem is the one in control, creative universe. And I am excited that these upcoming high holidays, or high holy days, it is an opportunity to do just that. It's like writing the Torah on our heart as we celebrate and walk through these celebrations of the Torah, to participate in. And what an awesome way to write the Torah upon our heart. Here it says to write physically, and interestingly enough, I don't know if I ever told you guys that I had started to write a Torah scroll. It has been kind of put on the back burner for a while now, but I have been convicted to start it once again. I'm by no means an official scribe, but it was on my heart to do that when I read about this, because even though I'm not a king or a queen, we are the children of Hashem, ambassadors for his kingdom, and so we represent him, and how beautiful for us to keep the Torah. But more importantly, more than physically writing it, it's got to be here. I mean, what good does it do to write and not have it in here? And that's where I believe, you know, it's so exciting to celebrate Shabbat and to celebrate these high holidays. So that's kind of what I shared today. I gave a short Hebrew lesson as well. I was sharing how to spell king in Hebrew, melech, with a mem, lamed, and a chaf, final chaf, and also how to spell Torah, how to pronounce it with a guttural R, Torah, meaning instruction, also known as the, you know, you hear people say the 5 books of Moses, but it is translated as instructions, not so much the law. But even if it was, you know, that's a whole nother issue entirely, because the context of Rav Shaul speaking about the Torah has been so misinterpreted in churches today. It's very sad, because he was a Jewish man, and he was by no means against the Torah. He's all for it and observing it while having faith in the Messiah. Yeah, that's another topic. And we've already come to 14 minutes. So, shalom, shalom, shavua tov. May you all be blessed. Thank you for listening to this long, if you've listened this long. And again, I hope to get back with people. I'm so excited about a lot of things, and hope please keep me in your prayers, and I hope to keep you all in my prayers as well. Baruch Hashem. Shalom.